The FBI continues to arrest more MAGA chuds that took part in the deadly January 6th Capitol insurrection. Now, one couple, Lorianne and Thomas Ray Vinson, were arrested on Tuesday in Kentucky on charges that included entering a restricted building, disruptive conduct in the Capitol. FBI spokesman Timothy Beam told the Lexington Herald-Leader that Vinson is the same person who appeared in news reports shortly after the riot, saying that she had been fired for taking part in this little insurrection attempt. So now she was a nurse, and she was not very happy to know that she had lost her job after being identified in some of these videos. Now, she claimed that she didn't think that she was doing anything wrong. Quote, "The doors were open. People were filing through. There were no signs that say do not enter. There were no cops saying don't come in." Now, look, we've seen some of the videos of police letting people in. That doesn't mean that what they were doing wasn't illegal. Okay? It was illegal. That's why people are getting arrested for it. And by the way, that's why Capitol police officers are being investigated, why some have been suspended for letting these people in. Okay? But assuming that she's telling the truth, assuming that she believes this, right? What I was doing wasn't wrong. We didn't actually, be part of the violence. We didn't do any of that. No. Well, okay. Wouldn't the alarms give it away that you were doing something wrong? Just being there? I'm just saying. Or how about the sounds of smashing windows? How about the other parts of the crowd clashing with police? Even if you weren't, you knew what everyone else was there for. I'm just saying. I mean, you think all of that might be really difficult to miss. I'm just saying. But here's what she says. She says, quote, "If we had met any resistance, we would have never entered the building." No, I mean, I would have never robbed that bank if there were any sort of resistance. I mean, sure, I had a gun and everything, and I told everybody, freeze, this is a stick up, stay on the floor, I'm just going to go and rob this bank, I'm just going to take the money. Hey, no resistance, right? I didn't know what I was doing was wrong. I mean, somebody's trying to tell me that what I was doing was wrong was robbing that bank. I mean, there weren't any signs that say don't rob the bank. Come on. Really? What about the chance to kill Mike Pence? Yeah, I don't know if she didn't hear that either. I mean, Mike Pounds. Yeah, that's what they were saying. No, I'm sure she was saying, or she had been hearing like, hang my pants, hang my pants, hang my pants. That had to have been it. But anyway, so now the idea, taking it at face value, the idea that the cops, and again, backed up by video of them just, waving people in, go ahead, come on in, do your thing, mill around, smash some windows. We don't really care. Well, that's a big indictment of the police, right? But, she's going to be very upset that she was fired anyway. In fact, she says, "I felt like what I had done was justified. And so I just said I would do this all over again tomorrow. I'm sorry that you don't see my worth." She tried to overthrow a lawful election based on conspiracy theories that are easily debunked. I kind of have little faith in her ability to make rational decisions. So really, her worth is debatable. No, I think she's mad that she had to face consequences. I'm just saying. In fact, she had filed an appeal against her former employer to try to get her job back. Yeah, that might be tough if you're in prison. I'm just saying. Okay, but she's not the only one. Okay. Federal agents also arrested a former New York City police officer and a Republican Party official from Queens. So these are interesting, right? So now, ex-New York Police Department official, Officer Thomas Webster, who was also a former Marine, is accused of attacking a Capitol police officer with an aluminum pole while holding a Marine Corps flag, according to NBC New York. Webster, who was a cop that had duties including guarding the perimeter of the City Hall and Gracie Mansion, the official residence of New York's mayors, surrendered Monday at the FBI's Hudson Valley office, according to NBC. Webster's lawyer said he was at the Capitol to protest the election of Joe Biden at the behest of then-President Donald Trump. So now, no word on how proud he was of this because, well, he was denied bail because they considered him a threat. And prosecutors showed video of him beating up a fellow police officer with a metal pole and said that he was armed with a gun. So, just saying. Dangerous, right? Now, the other defendant is somebody by the name of Philip Grillo, who was also arrested on Monday afternoon. Grillo calls himself the, quote, Republican Messiah. Well done, Republican Messiah. Grillo, whom the FBI confirmed was a member of the Queens Knights of Columbus Council, is listed as being the GOP leader of the 24th Assembly District in Queens by that county's Republican Party group. Now, I feel like this is a good example. This is a good story to kind of show you how pervasive conspiracy theory actually is in the Republican Party. This isn't fringe, all right? You have Republican leaders, party leaders, local leaders, congressional, leaders. You have police, ex-military, people believing in this stuff, right? In fact, you have a Quinnipiac poll that was taken back in December that found 77% of Republicans believed that there was, in this election, rampant, widespread election fraud. Widespread, right? So this is 3 out of 4 Republicans that are like, no, mass widespread election fraud. Okay, well, look, if there's election fraud, how about you prove it? Well, they can't. And look, again, even though they cannot prove it, this is something that they believe in. It's not a fringe theory to them, okay? They really believe that the ghost of Hugo Chavez created Dominion to go and, first mess with the Venezuelan elections, right? And then the American elections, and that they conspired with Smartmatic and the Democratic Party and probably Satan in order to rig the election against Donald Trump. Again, no evidence of that. It's pretty crazy pants. You had numerous recounted these are hand counted ballots, okay? So they recounted this by hand. And guess what? In all those cases, the recounts matched up pretty closely, if not exactly, to the numbers that were reported by Dominion's machines. Those recounts were also supervised by Republicans and Democrats alike. They were certified, verified by experts. Again, they went through numerous election challenges by Trump. I have no problem with them saying, hey, look, this is a close race. We should have a recount. Totally fine with that. Go and do your challenges. Let's do a recount. Let's find out if all this stuff, if the votes, the vote counts are legit to see who the winner is. Turns out the winner was Joe Biden. In all the places that they had these election challenges launched by allies of Trump, turns out you had Biden that was still the winner. The winner. Sorry. Winter. The winter of their discontent, more like. But anyway, they went through this with a fine-tooth comb. And still, the result was verified. Trump lost. And that's it. No evidence to prove massive voter or election fraud. So, but it doesn't stop these Republicans who unfortunately represent the majority of the base from storming the Capitol anyway. And that's why they're busting so many prominent Republicans for their role in the Capitol riots. And they're going to bust more, before this is over. It's true. And now I want to end on a little bit of a lighter note here. Now, Grillo's mother had talked to CNBC when they asked her to give a comment about her son being arrested. Here's what she had to say. Quote, "I'm truly upset." Now, it might have something to do with the fact that her cell phone was used in and around the Capitol building on the day of the riot. So her son stole her phone. I mean, why do you have to go and do that to your mom? What did you do? Why would you do that? I mean, why did you have to go and disappoint your mother? All right, seriously, that is your mom. How dare you do her like that? Did her dirty. I think the takeaway here from all of this, from this story is, please, don't be like Grillo. Don't disappoint your mom. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like and share with your friends. You can subscribe and help out the channel by becoming a patron. It's patreon.com/Jeff Waldorf, or you can become a channel member as well by hitting the join button below.